Da-da-da-da-da, it's the mother chuffing P-I-double-G, Boomchanka, lads and lasses, how's it going everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little transfer daily edition for you. I hope you're all doing good tonight. Shout out to you all for stopping by, shout out to everyone who got in here earlier as well. Hope you've had a cracking day and a cracking evening. Shout out to Gazamania, Kayam. You were right, Kayam. I'm a couple of minutes late. Sorry about that, lads and lasses. Aaron Homeyard, the Trooper, Ellie, Hayden Alessandro, my friend. How you doing, my friend? Mark Voot, Loki Jones, Mrs. P's in the gaff. How you doing, love? Ola Billy Tehar. Hi to you too, mate. Everybody, Ellie, thanks for stopping by. Thank you for getting in here. Smash a thumbs up on the video, lads and lasses. So we've got a bit to get into tonight, actually. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Caden Pryor and Carl Lee Bennett. Ibs Sidak. Thanks for getting in here, everyone. Ben Dorr, Ryan Burberspin 9, Lee B. Bunch of legends stopping by. So then, obviously, we went through the transfer news earlier today. I don't know if you guys have seen the video, but we covered quite a bit of transfer news to do with Manchester United. But we've got some updates tonight. There's some news tonight going on in terms of Premier League transfers and United transfers. Right, okay, let's get into it then, lads and lasses. This is gashtastic. Actually, we won't get into this at the start, actually. We don't want just a depressing start to the video. Let's get into the Reguilon stuff. So, basically, of course, we were talking about the potential of Reguilon coming to Manchester United in a short-term deal. Real Madrid, the owners of Reguilon, would be interested in letting him go as long as they can have him back in the future with a potential buyback clause in the contract. That seems to be the case. Now, what's materialised tonight is we have Fabrizio Romano's come out and tweeted at 7:45 p.m. and he has said that there's not advanced talks yet with Manchester United, but the player has been proposed to many clubs. So basically, Real Madrid have, of course, floated him. Basically, they've offered him to different football clubs around Europe to take him for a short-term period, potentially with a buyback clause or maybe even on loan, to be able to develop their player for them. Manchester United being one of them. So there's definite basis for Manchester United having talks here with Real Madrid for the signing or even loan signing, but probably signing with a buyback clause for Reguilon. Now, come on, my friends. This is getting a little bit annoying now. Why the heck have Manchester United not actually got the wheels in motion yet? Of course, there's nothing advanced yet with Manchester United. That's what's being reported here. There are the wheels in motion, I guess. He has been offered to clubs. Why the hell have Manchester United not just snapped him up then? Pisses me off how we operate in this transfer window, man. We're scratching around in the bargain bin when there's other teams out there doing big business. And it is very annoying, man. We've got cash. We are United. Does my freaking head in, lads and lasses. Oh my God. Anyway, but I hope you're all doing good. Shout out to you. Do us a favor, hit that like button. Get your thoughts and opinions in the comment section here. Ronnie Huggins, how you doing? Zochua Namawama Zote. Can I just call you Zote from now on, my friend? I think it's easier. But either way, shout out to you all for stopping by and getting in here. So what do you think about this situation, guys? I mean, it would be very annoying if he ended up, say, going back to Sevilla or going to another football club when Manchester United had the opportunity to sign him. If we've got the opportunity to get the deal done and he's been offered to us, and we are quite in need, I think, of a good attacking left back, to be fair, because look, Luke Shaw is injured quite a bit at the time. We all know he loves a pie, whether it's a pucker or a Frey Bentos, or indeed a Bakewell pie or something. He loves them all, as do I. But the point I'm saying is, sometimes he has fitness concerns, and we do need to have a bigger squad to be able to deal with Champions League games, FA Cup games, League Cup games, every single game you could think of. We've got Brandon Williams, that's a good player to have there in reserve, but Luke Shaw is far more experienced and far better, to be honest, at this moment in time. Without him in the side towards the end of the season, we look to shadow of ourselves at left back. Now, if we had a player like Reguilon in the team, get in there, my son. All problems solved then, isn't it? And even, you can even play, if you really needed to. There's some talk, people say Luke Shaw might be all right at centre-back. I don't know if he would be any good in a 2 at the back system, but certainly in a 3 in the back system. When we've seen him at left centre-back, he was very good when Brandon was playing wing-back and he was playing left centre-back. So, there's options there for this Manchester United side. It's not like we are always going to be completely flooded in that position if Reguilon comes in. It's all about having depth and quality to be able to compete. And if United want a challenge, we need that. We need that in abundance. Look at all the wing-backs that Manchester City have got. It riles me up, my friends. But what do you guys think about it? Anyway, get in the live chat. Shout out Sham7. Shout out Emil Mekapela as well, getting in here. Kobe Moranchus says Sancho's coming on the 14th of September. I would love that to be true, Kobe. Let's just wait and see. Let's not jump the gun on that one just yet. Okay, so where do we start on this one? I mean, we need to get this guy in, don't we? So he's proposed to a lot of other football clubs. We don't know what other football clubs have been proposed the deal for Reguilon yet. I'm guessing maybe Sevilla again. Why wouldn't they want him developing yet again in La Liga for a team like Sevilla who, okay, yeah, it's a challenge for them this season, but it's not really a direct challenge for the title. So I do think that it's an option for them again. Sevilla would love to have him back. Real Madrid, though, if we want to get the business done, we have to get it in there. So I'm not too sure about this one, guys, because I know that Manchester United are a complete bunch of dawdling messes when it comes to the top. You know, they're like, I don't know, sometimes you would think that maybe our board is literally doing heroin out of a spoon or something half the time, because they don't seem to be doing much. A lot of the time, you know, there's not much movement from our football club. There's not much movement. Okay, the Van der Beek situation, Van der Beek, I should say, absolutely freaking fantastic. By the way, I've come up with my new name for the Fantasy Football League, which I'm setting up tonight. I'm resetting it, I should say. It was one from last year, but it's going to be called Wake and Bake, but spelled B-E-E-K. That's right, Wake and Bake. Anyway, I thought that was good. But the point I'm making is we've got him, but we need to get some more players in it, don't we? Get your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, guys. I'll try and read a bunch out as we go along. And then at the end of the video, we will have a little back and forth as well. But yeah, so I'm a little bit concerned about that one, that he might end up at another football club because of Manchester United's complete lack of commitment in this transfer window. We've got other teams doing business. This is what really pisses me off, guys. We're going to get onto it now. This is what I was holding back on. So I wanted to start this video off on a nice note. But this is not nice. There's nothing nice about this news. This is piss poor news. We all knew it was coming anyway. But Chelsea have officially signed Kai Havertz from Bayer Leverkusen for £71 million. Oh, no messing around from Roman Abramovich and Frank Lampard there. He scored 36 goals and he had 25 assists in just 118 Bundesliga appearances. He's joined Chelsea from Leverkusen for £71 million after signing a 5-year deal. He's Frank Lampard's 7th signing of the summer. 7th summer edition signing. Are you taking the absolute piss, Chelsea? I mean, see, this is what it's about, you know, this is what it's about. A club who has ambition to challenge for the title. A club who has ambition to try and give their manager the best tools that they can to start the season off on the best foot. And to try and compete that season for the title, if possible, if it's all possible. Which is going to be difficult anyway. But on the other hand, our club, at this stage, it seems like we still are not committed to doing any real business now. Now, there's talk of a few players, but not all the players that we're talking to. I don't think they're the same level of players as your Havertz's, or your Timo Werner's, or your Ben Chilwell's, your Thiago Silva's, you know? So that's very concerning, isn't it, when these players are signing for Chelsea and compete, and they'll be competing against us, and they've got so much depth and quality all of a sudden. They've signed big name players. I would have loved Timo Werner at United. I would have loved Kai Havertz at United. I would have loved Chilwell at United. I'd have taken Thiago Silva at United to plug that hole in the back for a season. That's what Chelsea are doing. We should have done some shit like that, you know, because it's infuriating, because we want to challenge for the title, and as fans, we're just getting left behind here. Put a 1 in the chat, lads and lasses, if you're pissed off about Kai Havertz signing for Chelsea. Put a 1 in the chat. We knew it was coming, but, I mean, I do think that there's a good reason that he did sign for Chelsea. He was linked to United earlier. Manchester United just do not want to go and pay for these big players. That even if they're really great players, we don't seem to want to pay for them. That's why at the start of this season, with this Jadon Sancho business, we've been caught absolutely freaking whacking off in the bushes, when what we should have been doing is getting the deal done. I don't know where that came from, guys. Brian Tucker, Ronnie Huggins, Gabriel Lopez, Ben Dorr, Illa United, Kaiser Soze, James, Nicholas Critchlow. You all are pissed off. As am I, the fact that he's gone there. So it's a great signing for Chelsea. It is an excellent bit of business by Frank Lampard and Chelsea to get him in there, because he's a young player and he's going to be a great talent for the future. Maurice Varela says too, though, he doesn't think that that Kai Havertz is all that good then, I guess. But I think he is a very, very good player. He's 21 years of age. Look at his stats in the Bundesliga that we've just discussed there. I mean, he's got 25 assists and 36 goals in 118 Bundesliga appearances for a midfielder for Leverkusen. It's a great return. So he's a player that is absolutely in demand, and Chelsea have beat everyone to it yet again. 7 signings, though, lads and lasses. I mean, how do you compete with that if you're only going to Solskjaer? Seriously, I really worry for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer this season, man, because how do you actually compete with 7 summer signings when they already had really good players as well? It's not like they had a bunch of slouchers at the football club. They still finished 4th. So they finished 4th and they've signed 7 players since then, whereas we finished 3rd and we've signed Donny van der Beek, which is good, but we need some more. And that is where I'm really worried about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and how he's going to handle next season, because he doesn't seem to have all the qualities in the side to be able to do the job at the moment. All of a sudden our midfielders got very strong, and that's brilliant, but we still need to get that right winger in there and Jadon Sancho. We still need a centre back and ideally a wing back. So we've still got a lot of work to do before we can even consider ourselves to have had a successful window and be at the point where we can challenge for anything. At the moment we're just challenging for 4th place in my opinion, and even that is going to be difficult because teams like Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, they're all going to be improving. They're all going to be trying to do the business. Leicester City are still there. Wolves are still there. They've kept hold of all of their players. There's all these teams that were still there before. Everton are getting stronger and better, and I imagine the Godfather Carlo Ancelotti will do some good things for them this season. I do. I'm not saying they're going to break into the top 4. But I don't see how we have done enough. I mean, Everton have signed James Rodriguez, okay. Let's just put that out there. We've signed Donny van der Beek, young lad, great prospect, good signing, really happy with that. But they've signed James Rodriguez, and Chelsea have signed Havertz and Werner, and we don't seem to have been able to get any deals done, especially deals that are to do with quality big-name players, like really big-name players. We could have done with one of those in this window for the experience factor alone. So I'm very disappointed about our window so far. Let's not paper over it. There is a good bit of time left. But we're getting left behind. We're getting left behind in this window. Chelsea, 7 summer signings and we've got 1. Where's the ambition from this football club? Where is the ambition from the owners of Woodward to get these guys in? It doesn't seem like there's much ambition at the moment. So I'm pissed off. I mean, we're even talking about this Reguilon situation where he's being offered to clubs and he might end up elsewhere. So it's just one of those summer windows that I've come to expect from Glazer ownership. Complete bag of shite, lads and lasses. That's what it is. Anyway, smash that thumbs up button, lads and lasses, and get in here in the comment section. That's what I'm going to do. I'm basically going to cover a little topic and then get your thoughts and reaction and opinions on it. So the Kai Havertz situation, I want to hear some of your thoughts now. Get your opinions in. Zote says, who do you think, Pig, Reguilon or Upamecano? I think the most realistic is Reguilon, because I'm not sure if Man United, even though we should do, as you see these teams are strengthening, I don't think United are going to go and strengthen the window to that extent and spend the money, which we should. Oh my God. Big God Bob, what's going on, my friend? Everyone looks up to Fabrizio Romano like he's Sherlock Holmes. Why? He's even made Coldbridge his gimp. Well, to be fair, he gets most of it right. He seems to have a lot of connections. But, everybody can be wrong, of course. But, I mean, he has obviously got some good insider information. Kaiser Sode says United should... but you make an interesting point there, my friend. You definitely make an interesting point. Gabriel Lopez says, people talking smack about the Bundesliga. How many World Cups for England and how many World Cups for Germany? Gabriel Lopez, you're spot on. I can't really argue with you, my friend. And just look at this season's Champions League. The best team in it by a mile was a German team. So you can't really say that the English league is better than the Bundesliga. I do think that it's stronger in depth, though. I believe the top 7 teams in England would smash up the top 7 teams in Germany overall. Okay, the top couple of teams might win a couple for Germany, but I think it would be more wins in favour of the English sides. That's just what I think. I could be wrong. But I do think that their best team and their best teams are just as good as the English teams. They really are. And like you say, their national side is one of the best national sides ever. So yeah, you can't really argue with that logic, Gabriel. Jonathan Gallagher says, Pig, our owners should hang their heads in shame. I agree, my friend. I mean, it's a disgraceful performance by our board and our owners this window when you consider the position we were in last year where we finished so many points off of Liverpool. I mean, if I was United owner, me personally, as a passionate United fan, if I was the owner of United, I could not sleep at night. Thinking we were 30-odd points behind the Scousers last season and we have signed one player. And Chelsea signed 7 and they finished 4th. And we are that far behind the leaders of the Premier League that we would probably need to really seriously strengthen this one. I couldn't sleep at night, lads and lasses. So these guys are complete tits. I think they're just complete tits. We know it. They're tits as owners. They've run the club as tits. All they've ever done is suck stuff out of this football club. That's it. It's a commodity. Delmar Bogle, what's going on, Delmar? He comments... Chelsea may be buying so much players, but we have the best midfielder in the Premier League right now. Manchester United don't need old players. I guess you're referring to Bruno Fernandes, and I actually do think he is right up there with the best midfielders in the Premier League. If you look at his stats even, since when he came in, he is right up there with Kevin De Bruyne, taking the penalties away. So I think he's absolutely amazing, and he's been incredible. So yeah, he's going to be such an influence for us this season. He's worth two people, he really is. He really is worth two players, that guy. He's a monster. Jay Walford says, Premier League is just more enjoyable to watch, in my opinion. I hear you. You know, I mean, let's have a vote in the live chat, guys, because this is quite a continental, not continental, global audience we've got here on the channel. There's a bunch, you know, wherever you're watching from in the world, let me know. But there's a bunch of people tuning in. And have a vote. What do you think is the best league? Bear in mind that Bayern Munich just won the Champions League. But what do you think is the best league? Put a 1 in the live chat for the Bundesliga and put a 2 in the live chat for the Premier League. It's a fair little vote. It's an interesting vote to see. Look at these great players that are coming from the Bundes, though. We're after Sancho for 100-odd million. Kai Havertz has just signed for Chelsea. Werner. Those are definitely great players. They're gonna tear up the Premier League. Watch out. Werner's going to score a shit ton of goals for Chelsea. It pisses me off, but it's true. Thank you, Mikey Smith says, that's because you're a proper United fan, unlike these melts. Thank you. Eddie O2, mate, how you doing, man? Eddie O2 Top Man. Check him out on Twitter, Eddie O22, for your graphic design and all that sort of stuff. The guy's a top lad, Culture Soldier gear as well. Shout out Eddie O2. How you doing, mate? Yeah, so a lot of people voting Premier League here. Okay, it's not even close, says Sheila Boy. Gabriel Lopez, Premier League is the best. Delmar Bogle, 2. Loki Jones says, I'm watching from my girlfriend's 2-inch TV. Does that mean a phone? Thank you, guys. So basically, I didn't even see a single vote there for the Bundesliga. I think it's fair to say most people here maybe are biased towards the Premier League as we are Premier League fans. But I do genuinely think that the Premier League's got much better depth than the Bundesliga. The Bundes is great. Their top teams are great. Really, it's just Dortmund and Bayern, though, isn't it? Okay, you have got Leipzig at the moment, but historically they're not one of the best. Obviously, you know, and then you've got who else? Schalke. They still, you know, I don't even know. I don't even know who the bloody hell's at the top. Werder Bremen. Yeah, I think we've got more depth in the English league. Davinder Pal, thank you very much for getting in there, pal. I think that is 40 rupees, my friend, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but thank you, Davinder, for getting in there with the super chat. He comments and he says, Sancho, Reguilon, Thiago would be a perfect window. Super chat. Thank you so much for that, Davinder. That's very, very kind of you, my friend. Really appreciate that, dude. Yeah, I mean, that would be. Now we've got Donny van de Beek. If we got Sancho, Reguilon, Thiago, that would actually be the perfect window. Actually, no. It would be the perfect window if we also got Upamecano or a top-quality centre-back. Then it really, truly would be the perfect window. And that is actually a reasonable window from a club that has ambition. If you look at what Chelsea have done, they're spending millions. They just spent 71 million on Kai Havertz, a 21-year-old midfielder from the Bundesliga. Because there's a good chance that he'll be a great player. They're taking that risk. They're taking that gamble by spending the money. You know, there's always a risk when you get a player in here, but you've seen from his stats and his stuff that he's done over in the Bundesliga, he's got more chance of success than not. So that's what they're investing in, whereas we're not even taking that chance or willing to take that chance at all. It's pretty garbage, to be honest with you guys. You know, Chelsea at the moment, they're outperforming us. What's going on with my green screen here as well, guys? Let me just sort that out. But yeah, thank you so much for that, Davinder. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you for getting in here for that. And also Son Goku Ian as well. Thank you for getting in here, buddy, with your super chat as well. Let me just close that and read it. Son Goku Ian, thank you, Ian. He comments, just finished a 14-hour shift right now. Now time to kick my feet up and watch some Pig whilst drinking Jack Daniels whiskey. Proud of you, Pig, for everything, man. Son Goku Ian, son. Thank you so much for getting here and giving me those positive vibes, man. Hope you enjoy the Jack Daniels. Is it the standard Jack Daniels or the honey one? Have you seen the new apple Jack Daniels? That looks pretty mental. Might have to try that one out. Yeah, nice one, guys. Thank you very much for that. Absolute heroes. Okay, you mentioned Thiago there as well, to be honest with you, Devinder. So I would like to just jump into that for one moment, because there is still a little bit of talk about Thiago. I'm not going to get on too much about Thiago. This is just you know, nothing too founded at the moment. But basically, Thiago is still, you know, there is still some possibility that Thiago could end up a Manchester United player come the end of the window. The favourites to sign him at this moment in time are Liverpool, but Manchester United are still in the running. That is what we understand. So it's reported that there is no issue with the amount of money that Manchester United would have to pay for Thiago to get him from Bayern. it would be somewhere in the region of 30 million euros. And there would be no general issue, really, unless he asked for an extortionate amount of money. So it seems like one of those ones that makes a lot of sense for Manchester United, because we've got a great base of young, youthful players, but we need some more experience and more quality in there. And depth is great. And people are saying we've got such a heavy midfield now. But I disagree. I think that you should always be looking to improve. You should always be looking to get that quality star player in if you can. And I genuinely think Thiago's an excellent player. And I've said it before, and people don't like it, all the Pogba fans, and I get it. And I rate Pogba, don't get me wrong. But he's more consistent than Pogba, and I'd rather have him in the team than Pogba, based on the last few years as both of their individual professional careers. That's just my opinion. But Pogba did win the World Cup. So, you know, but for United I'm talking about here, for clubs. Aaron Homeyard, thank you so much for the super chat, lad. He says, hope you're all good, legends. Super chat. Hey, thank you so much for that, Aaron Homeyard. You're a gentleman, my friend. I hope you and Mary are doing all good this evening. Shout out to the Homeyards. Absolute bunch of bloody legends. Yeah, so there's that Thiago business, guys. One thing I just wanted to talk about, actually, before we get back into the comment section, everyone, is Paul Merson. Now, do us a favour, actually, if you're watching right now. Smash that thumbs up button. Get involved in the live chat, but hit that like button. It will definitely help this channel grow and help this stream grow and get noticed and all that sort of stuff and compete with the bigger boys. So let us get involved by smashing that like button. Let me just say this, though. Paul Merson, you're an absolute melt, my friend. I'm just going to say Paul Merson has melted all over Sky Sports, my friends. He's melted. I'm melting. I'm Mercy-elting. He's melting all over the place. I mean, to be fair to him, I do like Paul Merson, actually. I like the fact he's very human. I like the fact that he's got, you know, he's got his own faults, and he seems like a nice guy, and he's always trying to get his shit together, you know, but he has definitely got some issues, Paul Merson. I'm not getting into it about Paul Merson, you know, he's a nice bloke, he's got his demons, whatever, don't we all? But he has said, he's come out and said this, Paul Merson, you've melted all over the place here. If we had the music, he would be my melter of the moment, honestly. He's my melter of the moment. But anyway, because he said, this is a quote, by the way, Donny van der Beek looks like a panic buy at Manchester United. Oh, my God. A panic buy! A panic buy, Merce! Are you taking the piss out of me? I mean, I find that pretty unbelievable, because he's 23, he's 39 million. It's not last minute. What is a panic buy about this person? You're having a fat old daymare all over North London, mate. Anyway, he said they just spent £40 million on a position where they are already strong. And how does he play with Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes? Well, we don't freaking know now, Paul Merson, until they've played together. We haven't got Mystic Meg with a crystal ball who's actually seen the future. So I don't really understand the basis for these quotes. I think they're quite ridiculous to say that Donny van der Beek is a panic buy. I just thought it was interesting. I saw this article just now. And I think it's ridiculous. And then he says you have to have someone who can play the holding role. That signing looked to me like, oh, we haven't bought anyone yet. Let's go and buy someone. Who can we get? So he says you have to have someone who can play the holding role. So that's who we've gone and bought, Merce. You know? I think he's had a nightmare on that one, guys. Stick a 1 in the live chat if you think Merson's had a bloody nightmare. Shout out for the super chat as well there. Sorry, guys, I've just missed a couple. Much appreciated, you legends, getting in here. Thank you very much. Super chat from Ellie. She says, welcome to everyone new. Awesome community. Shout out to you, Ellie. Yeah. Thank you for doing a great job moderating this channel, by the way, you and all the mods, but you're doing a fantastic job. And yeah, this is a great community, everyone. If you're new to this channel, get involved with the community. They'll welcome you with open arms as long as you're not a complete melt. So get involved if you haven't got involved before in the live chat. I'll try and get interacting with you as well. But thank you to everybody that joins me on this channel and gets involved in the live chat. It's a great community, great place to interact with you fellow United fans and football fans in general. So yeah, get involved, subscribe, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon as well. But anyway, let's delve right back into it then. There's over 200 of you legends tuning in here. Smash that thumbs up button. Let's see if we can smash 100 likes soon. And then we've also got a comment here from Matt Rush. Thank you, Matt Rush, who also super chats in and says, amazing new subscribers. Great to see Flying Pig United supporters. So nice of you. Yeah, we've got some great new subscribers. You know, there's loads that I can think of actually. Shout out to people like Kobe Miranda and Ray Reddington and Mark Voots and Lee Chapman and there's a whole bunch of you. Sorry guys, I'm forgetting all you new ones though. Thank you for joining us. It's brilliant to have you so active in getting involved on the channel every single day and every single night. We're going to be doing these transfer videos every day at 3 p.m. breaking down all of the transfer dealings and news to do with Manchester United. When there is some news anyway, shout out Des Fafey for subscribing, shout out Jake Kennedy for subscribing. And when there's news and stuff, we will absolutely cover it on this channel. Of course, if there's no news, we're not really going to be doing any videos and shit like that. But when there's news, we'll be doing a 3 p.m. video and around about a 9 p.m. video. This one was 9:15 tonight, but just keep a lookout. Click that bell icon as well, and that way you will be notified when we post. Ryan Burberspin9 with a super chat. Thank you, Ryan Burberspin9, for getting in here, you absolute redonkulous legend. He says, super pig. Thank you, bro. Hey, it's First Class Gamer in the house as well. Shout out to you. How you doing? He says, join the revolution. Flying Pig United. Thank you, First Class Gamer. I hope you're doing well today, Mark. You're a top lad. Emil Macapela. I love the name. It's brilliant. He sent me 14 ZAR. Get in there. 25 million Reguilon seems too expensive for the Glazers. Well, ordinarily for a Manchester United side, that would be peanuts. That would be a reasonable amount for Manchester United to look to strengthen on a player in 2004. You know what I mean? Or 2006 or somewhere around there. Let alone in 2020 where the market is right now. It's chump change, isn't it? 25 million for Reguilon or 27 million or even 30 million. Especially with a buyback clause in the future, you know that they're going to come sniffing back around for him and you're going to get your money back. Where is the risk involved? I don't understand why we haven't done it yet, Emil. It's an absolute joke, mate. I think it's a proper joke that it's not been done and we've got more deals in. There's no excuses for it. I think it's just incompetence by Ed Woodward and the board. I think it's incompetence and the fact that they don't want to spend the money. Those are the two main reasons, because there's no real good reason for it. Chelsea are getting the deals done in left, right and centre. They're spending the money. They're getting the big names. So there's no good reason for it. They finished behind us, guys. They finished in 4th. And they're just a much shitter club with a worse history than Manchester United, to be honest. They're still Champions League winners. They're still multiple-time Premier League winners. Fair play to them. But they're not a huge, traditional, massive club with a history like ours. You know, it doesn't even compare. So there shouldn't even be a competition for who is signing the best and the most players in the window. It should always be United, but it's not. So why is that then? Well, we all know. It's because of those pissing Glazers. Rowan Burbage, how you doing, Rowan? Shout out to you, mate. Vigo Norgren, he says, TTT United pig. To be honest with you, Vigo, I mean, there's definitely worse options than Samuel Umtiti. He's definitely a good player. I do believe he has some injury concerns, though. But he's been doing it at the top level for a number of years now. We could do a whole lot worse than Samuel Umtiti, lads and lasses. But I just don't see the links to him. I don't see us going to sign any big name players like that because we're not prepared to pay the wages for these guys, it seems. And also, we're just not prepared to pay the transfer fees and stuff like that and the agent fees. We don't want to spend any money, lads and lasses. The Glazers don't. That's why they're shopping around in the bargain bin. That's why we're going to be getting Reguilon and we're going to be getting Van der Beek instead of probably getting some actual big name players like, you know, your Thiagos or like you say, your Samuel Umtitis or potentially your Sanchos. So I think there's a big issue with United's board. Dante, what's going on, Dante, my friend? He says Madrid want 25% sell-on clause and first refusal if they sell. Oh, okay. So in terms of the buyback clause, so it's not strictly a buyback clause. What you're telling me is it's a 25% sell-on clause. Well, yeah, I mean, I've seen a few different reports of this one, but I mean, 25% sell-on clause and first refusal if they sell. I mean, why the hell would we not do that deal then? Surely that can't be the holding stumbling block for Manchester United if the fact is all they want is 25% and first refusal. You would get that deal done in a heartbeat, lads and lasses, wouldn't you, if you were United? That's ridiculous, my friends. But we don't. I can't imagine really that that would be a stumbling block for United. It's mad. Mrs. P super chats in, says, night everyone. Mr. P is awesome. Thank you, Mrs. P. Thank you for that. Have a great evening, love. Appreciate you getting in here. Have a good sleep. My username is this 32. How you doing? I like your username. It's very interesting. Duke Born Ready. How you doing? Atif Kafayat. Damien Atwood. Any word on Badiashile? Okay, mate. So thank you for bringing that up. So there is some talk about Badiashile, about the deal being off. These are the reports that I'm hearing tonight. Just don't read anything into this at the moment, lads and lasses. You know, this is why we do these transfer shows, to try and get our head round what is actually going on. And because there's often stuff that's talked about which just have no real basis or any real, any real truth to it. It's just, there's a lot of paper talk, a lot of rumours and shite like that going on. What we want to try and ascertain is that legitimate? At this moment, I don't know whether or not the story about Badiashile being off at United is true, so I don't really want to say that it is. So, but I have seen a report that the Badiashile deal is off, but I don't think that that's legit. I just think that Manchester United are, we're still looking at options at the moment, and we haven't even made initial contact with this club. So it's not like the deal's off. It's not like the Sancho situation where we've gone and had a bit of debate and conversation and negotiations with them, and it's all ended in tears and we've gone and parted ways. It's nothing like that. It's not off like that. It's just, are we looking at other people right now? Are we looking at Upamecano, Pau Torres? You said Samuel Umtiti. Are we looking at other players? So I don't think that it's a case that it's off. I just think that we don't know our arse from our elbow, lads and lasses. The Glazers and the board, they don't know their freaking arse from their elbow. So we'll see what happens there, my friends. But there's just 300 of you legends stopping in here. Thanks for stopping by this evening. Just hit 300 viewers. Massive shout out to all the viewers who are stopping by and getting in here. Please do us a favour and hit that like button. That will help this stream out tremendously. But thank you for all for joining me. Lee Marsden, he says Rondon, then Sancho. She Devils United, how you doing? Love the name change, by the way. I saw that. Good stuff. Great to see you in here. Hope you're doing good. Shout out to your channel as well. She Devils United. Loki Jones says, serious question, Pig. Sancho and that, or is it 3 or 4 bench players? Well, I think, in my opinion, I think it's one Sancho and nothing else. If I had to bet right now on Manchester United's transfer window, I would say that Manchester United, to give the fans relief, to try and say there's no value in the window, but we got the main man, Sancho. We spent 100 million and we got Sancho. Now shut up. That's basically what they'll say. I think they'll get Sancho, I do. I think we will get Sancho. I think we'll reopen talks with Sancho and we'll get him in a week or so. In my humble opinion, that's what I think. Take that for what you will. But I think that's what will happen, because I think that the way the board are operating right now, they haven't really got anything else really planned. I mean, we're being linked with Reguilon, and that's great, but he's also been offered to a lot of other clubs, it turns out. So... and United traditionally don't like to sign players with these type of clauses in their contract where they can leave on a buyback clause or with a high percentage sell-on fee and all that stuff. So we'll see if that even materialises. But certainly I do think that because of the negotiations we had, because I think Dortmund will sell him if the money is right, it will get down to the point where we're getting a little bit desperate in the window. We're getting desperate and we're looking at, and we'll probably sign him. But I don't think we'll sign anyone else. I don't think we'll sign anyone else. Maybe Reguilon, but we'll see. We'll see, guys. I mean, I'm just not convinced. I have no faith in our board whatsoever right now to get the deals in. I just got no faith in them, guys. I'm sorry to say that they're a bag of shite. We don't have good owners. We don't have a good director of football that can get deals in, or an owner who's willing to spend to invest in this window. We don't have it. I mean, is there any point to comparing ourselves with Chelsea? As a club, we're a bigger club. But in terms of spending power in the window, they've just shown it in this window that they've got stronger ability to bring players in than us. And that's just plain wrong. So, yeah, I think it's a disgrace, man. I mean, stick a 1 in the live chat if you want those Glazer prats out of the football club. Ryan Burberspin 9, thank you for getting in. Lee Marsden, how you doing, bro? Danny Atkins says Sancho and Reguilon will sign. Well, yeah, I mean, we are heavily linked with Reguilon. We are understood to be in talks with them in regards to bringing Reguilon to the football club, but there are supposed to be some hindrances going on, like I say, to do with the clause. Plus, there's other clubs that are sniffing around him as well, like he's been offered to other clubs. We talked about it earlier. If you're just getting in here, Fabrizio Romano tweeted earlier that there are talks with Man United and Real Madrid for Reguilon, but they're not advanced. There's no advanced talks, and it's been proposed to many football clubs. So basically, Real Madrid have just said they just sent out a fax offering Reguilon services to whatever club for, say, 30 million euros with a potential buyback clause or another clause in the contract. And that's what's happened at this moment in time. So they floated their player out there because it's a player that they want to keep potentially for the future. They have got a couple of good options there right now, Mendy and of course Marcelo. So it's like they're a bit heavy in that department. United could do with him. He would add something to United. He would get experience. He would help out for the short term, whether it's a season or 2 or 3. And then it would probably end up that he would go back there once Marcelo retires, because Marcelo's 32. So, you know, there's that, guys. I think there's some basis to it, but there's the same truth that I said at the start of the video, that if another club comes in for Reguilon right now, whether it be Sevilla, who he was at before and had great success with, and if I was him, it's in his country, he's already been there, they would probably be open to it again because they've already let him go out there. I would go back if I, you know, so it's kind of like, well, United need to act now then. We've got to act now and stop fannying around and act now to get the player in. If we're going to sign Reguilon, it's going to be in the next few days. It's not going to be a long drawn out thing because somebody else will come in and get him because he's cheap. He's a bargain signing right now, even with those clauses in his contract. So that's why I think that if it's going to happen, it's going to have to happen in the next few days. That's my take on it, guys. What do you guys think about that? Hey, I'm doing good. Thank you, Sham7. How are you doing tonight, Shams? I hope you're having a good one, my friend. Henry Reeves says, I'm a Brighton fan. I just wanted to know, where do you think we'll finish next season and your favourite Brighton player? I don't really have a favourite Brighton player. Maybe that Mopé guy just for scoring that goal against Arsenal or whatever. 15th, mate. 15th, mate. I'm going to say 15th for you, my friend. Above relegation. That's what I'm going to say for you, my friend. I'm going to give you that. Edgar says, Van der Beek was poor today. Was he? Well, he didn't start the game, did he? So when did he come on the pitch? Do you know? When did he come on the pitch? Because I didn't actually watch the game. I saw a tiny bit of it, but I didn't see much of it. So obviously the Netherlands played tonight. I did not see the game. But Van der Beek obviously was on the bench. He was on the subs bench. So he came on, and what did he do then, lads and lasses? Can somebody tell me what he did? Man United Rule 09 says, have you got the ginger goblin stench out of your living room yet? Hey, Man United Rule, unfortunately not, bro. Unfortunately, it's like the Glazers. It's a proper lingerer, man. It's lingering around like you wouldn't believe, bro. I can't get rid of that ginger goblin David Moyes stench. No way. I can't get rid of the burned image of him standing over me either. Anyway, Johannes Booger says, what's the only way we can get Glazers and Ed out this club? Stop going to matches, ? Well, unfortunately, you can't really go to the matches at the moment, so that's not really going to work. It's sort of like a protest without wanting to protest at the moment for everybody. But no, I hear you, man. Look, it's a difficult one, isn't it? We've talked about this previously on a recent video. Like, sometimes it can hurt the local community and the people of Manchester if you stop buying merch and stop buying all this stuff. Maybe that it leads to layoffs and job losses and all this sort of stuff that can hurt the local community because the Glazers will try and rein things in. But in the short term, that may be the effects felt by the football club. But if fans stop buying the shirts, stop buying the merch, stop doing all that stuff in the short term and hurt the Glazers in the pocket where it counts, then I really do believe they would be more likely to sell. Because one thing I think is true about United is that if you take the earning ability away from the Glazers just enough, take it down a notch or two and stop their revenue coming in so freely, then the value of the club doesn't really go away because the potential buyer has that knowledge that Manchester United has this effectively what would be a dormant fan base ready to just explode when a new massive rich super owner comes in. And so the valuation of the football club doesn't change, even though the revenue of the football club would go down in the short term. The valuation of the football club does not change. So the Glazers would be way more likely to sell it if their valuation of the football club stays the same, yet their revenue and their profitability comes down. So that is why I think it's a good idea for United fans to not buy merchandise and not buy things like that in the short term. Even if it does hurt the football club for a little bit, but I don't want to see that have to happen. I would just like to see them sell the football club. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. They're going to milk this football club for everything they've got. But if we did like I just said, and they and because the value of the football club would not drop that much, even if the revenue dropped, because the fan base is still there, guys. And a potential new owner would come in and just reignite the passion of everyone at this football club. So that's why the valuation is massive of this club. And I hope that there's somebody is wanting to come in and take it off the Glazers' hands in a big £3 or £4 billion deal. That would be amazing. Jordan Wright, thanks for stopping by. He comments, think we are going to get Sancho then? Just want it to be a yes or a no now. Yes, I'll give you my yes, Jordan. I think, yes, we will get Sancho, but I'd be surprised if we do much else in this window other than that. If you actually look at like a team like Chelsea have done, they've added a couple of Sanchos to their team this season. Okay, maybe not a player that's exactly the same value as Sancho in terms of the price, because Sancho's something else. But Havertz is 71 million. Werner was a lot of money. Ziyech was a lot of money. These players are huge, big name players of the same ilk. They're young players who are getting better and are big name players. You know, people like Havertz, 21 years of age. 71 mil for a 21-year-old is a big statement. It's a big amount of money to pay for anyone. And the amount for Werner, a 24, 23, 24-year-old, it's an excellent couple of bits of business that they've done, unfortunately, and they are going to put themselves in a really good position this season. Now, you know what they always used to say, and it's so true, is that you can have a great set of players, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have a great team. So even though Chelsea have spent all this money and they've got all these big name great players that have just come in and they've really invested and tried to give Frank Lampard everything that he can have to start the season properly and do a good job next year, doesn't mean that he's going to, you know. He could just melt all over the place. Because the team, that's the thing. I mean, United's got a really good team spirit at the moment. Say what you want about it. If we signed 7 or 8 players, maybe it would completely upset the status quo at the football club and take ages to get everybody to get to know each other and gel and fire on all cylinders. We've seen that previously in other seasons at United. It takes a little bit of time to get that understanding with your teammates. And at United at the moment, we have got a team that's played with each other for years now, all of these players. Most of them, is a couple of new signings, but most of these players have played for years. And it's kind of like where they've all developed and they've all grown together and they've all got that understanding. If you think about how Martial and Rashford link up with each other at the top of the pitch, they've built up an understanding with each other, working with each other for years. Since being young guys, you know, they've worked with each other. They've had those different aspects, the different training sessions, those different conversations with each other and coaches and everybody. Do this, do that. You know, every single aspect. They're on a similar wavelength because of simply they've got that sixth sense of playing together. You know, they've got the sixth sense of playing together, and that's why you see such lovely little intricate link-up play between those two in particular up top. I'm always saying it during the live watch-alongs. Rashford and Martial, they love playing together. You can see they've got an understanding together, and I think that is something that you can't get when you just throw a team of players together. And I know Chelsea have still got their strong bases of players, but they're going to add players like Ziyech and Werner. And, I mean, who else? Let's just have a look at all. So Chelsea have signed 7 players this window. The 7 players that they have signed are Havertz, of course. You've got Werner. Who else have they signed? They signed Chilwell. They signed... wait a sec. Where's the list? Where's the list gone? They signed Timo Werner, Hakim Ziyech, Ben Chilwell, Thiago Silva as well on a free transfer, Malang Sarr, and Javier Umbayamba. So they have spent a bunch of money and they've brought 7 players in. Now, those 7 players, they all sound like good players. You know, particularly I'm impressed with Chilwell. I think Werner, Ziyech, Thiago Silva's been one of the best defenders in the world over the last 10 years, really. One of the top defenders, one of the highest paid defenders, one of the best defenders. Chilwell's been a really good left back at the last couple of years, and I think that's a good signing. Sarr's got really good abilities, you know. So I think that these are great signings by Chelsea, but it's all going to be about whether or not he can get them all working together and get them all firing right away. There's a very good chance that he can, because they're all good players, and good players like playing with good players. Good players like playing with good players. You can see, like, United had a big lift when we got Bruno Fernandes in. Equally, Chelsea will have a lift getting all these good players in the team. But it doesn't guarantee you anything. I mean, look at Middlesbrough. Who remembers Middlesbrough with the Ravanellis and the Janinios and all this? But they still got freaking relegated, you know, after a while, because it didn't work. Even though they had assembled a big team of stars, it didn't really quite work out for them. So yeah, I think that's a possibility. Lampard is in his infancy as a manager, as a football manager, much like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They don't have much experience. Before this Chelsea job, which is one of the biggest jobs in England, if not Europe, if not the world in terms of football management, certainly money-wise and eyes on you, it's a very big job. Before this, he was at Derby County. There's not that much experience for Frank Lampard, so it's about how he deals with these personalities and stuff. I think he's just about old enough to gain that and garner that respect from the players. But even so, he's going to have to try and get them all working together, which I think is no easy task. Let's just have a little vote then in the live chat. Get your thoughts and opinions in as well, guys, but have a little vote. Do you think we will finish higher than Chelsea this season? Based on what the players they've signed and the players we've signed, do you think we will finish higher than Chelsea this season? Smash a 1 in the live chat for yes, we will finish higher than Fat Frank Lampard's Chelsea this season. Or smash a 2 in the live chat for we ain't got no freaking hope in hell in smashing them up, unfortunately, because of the signings they've made and shit like that. Chelsea, though, what a bunch of wankers, man, signing all those players. And previously, before they were a bunch of wankers, before they signed any players as well. Sheila Boy, thank you for your super chat, Sheila Boy. That's very, very nice of you. Says, everybody like and subscribe. Great work, Pig. Come on, United. Hey, thank you so much, Sheila Boy. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Glad you're enjoying the videos. Thank you, Sheila Boy, for your show of support there with your super chat. Much appreciated, dude. Absolute legend. Yeah, like he says, if you are watching right now and you're not subscribed to this channel, why? You got to ask yourself why. What you need to do is hit that subscribe button, feather that like button as well. Give the video a little like, and also subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified of when we go live. This is a Manchester United channel. We cover all aspects of Manchester United, from news and reactions and live watch-alongs and games and articles on the website flyandpigunited.com and absolutely everything. So. This is an independent Manchester United fan channel. It's been around since 2017. I'm sure most of you know that now. Sorry, 2013. Sorry, I'm doing myself there. It's been around since 2013, January 13. So we've been around a long time. Most of you probably know this, but if there are any new people in here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and get involved with this awesome community of people. We debate every single aspect of a topic on Manchester United on this channel now. That's what we are doing. We're getting deep into it. That's right. Thank you guys for getting in here. We're coming up to 150 likes. Nice one. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Right then, okay, what else did we want to talk about tonight then? So we've gone over the Chelsea deal. It's absolutely gashtastic. Thank you, Shams, Illy United, She Devils United. Says, Pig, I've been watching you since those dark Ginger Goblin days. Your vids got me through and these gashtastic times, Love your content. Thank you so much for that, She Devils United. That's very, very nice of you to say. Yeah, it's been a long old time since the David Moyes stench, but it's still lingering, unfortunately. Or it should be the Glazers stench, really, because that's what's still lingering around this football club. But thank you for that, She Devils United. It's very nice to know. And once again, shout out to your channel as well. Check it out, people. Crazy Pineapple says, Manchester and London are blue. You fucking what, mate? Don't be redonkulous, my friend. Don't be redonkulous. There's no way Manchester is blue. Just because what? Just because a few years ago, some absolute oligarch billionaires came in and pumped a bunch of money into the football club and completely ignored financial fair play and just basically well, I'm not even going to get into it, but did some stuff, let's just say did some stuff and have basically bought their way to the top there. Okay, yeah, fair enough then. There's no way Manchester's bloody blue, mate. Look at the history of the Premier League. Look at the Alex Ferguson days. A few seasons of success doesn't amount to nothing, my friends. This is about legacy. This is about longevity. United compared to City, it doesn't even compare, my friends. You're talking guff. Right then. But yeah, London's blue. London is blue, yeah. Bendor says London's blue. London is blue. Arsenal are proper shit. Spurs have Jose Mr. Beanio, and he's probably going to have a fat mare next season. Maybe not, but probably. He's got a good squad, but he's probably going to have a mare. So I would say London probably is blue. Yeah, fair enough. But Manchester is most definitely red. Okay? Koiz Ali says Sancho comes in and we will 100% finish on top. I'd love to know that. That would be very nice. Alan, thank you very much for getting in here, buddy, as well. Don't spam Dion Doherty, otherwise you're going to get sacked off, my friend. Sia Bonga and Underlove says, when was the last time United won the league? It was 2013, my friend, when Tom Cleverley was in the team. That's how good of a manager Sir Alex Ferguson was. He was able to win the league with Tom Cleverley in his team. So, yeah, that was the last time United won the league. It's been a good 7 years now. We need to sort it the hell out, really. I'm pretty sickened that there's been that amount of time that's gone since Manchester United have had any real success domestically. Very annoying. Of course, we have won a few cups along the way. But very, very annoying. Rajon says green and gold movement. Again, I fully agree, fully back the green and gold movement. It should be about trying to get the Glazers out of this football club now and stop being a bunch of melters, really, and hopefully they will sell up. There's some discussion of this Ortega family, one of the richest families in the world, being interested in buying United. I don't care who buys United as long as they're prepared to actually invest money in the football club and write off our debt and run it properly like it should have been from the start. You shouldn't be going to buy a club like United with all that debt money. So it's all a disgrace to begin with. We need to get some new owners in. Whether or not that happens anytime soon, I mean, come on. Probably not. Probably not. Right, let's get into some more big transfer news then, guys. So this is big transfer news. Big transfer news. So, this is Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi news. It's not to do with Manchester United. We've got a little bit more to do with United, but just let's talk about Lionel Messi. This is a direct quote here from Lionel Messi. This is 8:08 p.m. Lionel Messi has come out and said that he is going to stay at Barcelona next season despite transfer row. Get in there, my son. Come on. That's absolutely good, because I would have hated to see him at baldy Pep Guardiola's City, my friends. That would have been absolutely terrible. That really hurts Manchester City not having the quality of a player like Messi. And by all accounts, it seemed like Lionel Messi wanted to leave and go to Manchester City. By all accounts, that seemed like that was going to be the case, because he had a free release clause where he could have left, and Man City are one of the only clubs that would have been able to afford his wages. But certainly, they're not going to stump up the 700 million release clause, which is in the contract. And Barcelona have outright said they will not accept anything less than that. So we've got a direct quote here. Everybody's been tweeted about it on Twitter. This is what Lionel Messi said. The truth is that there's no project at this club. They just plug holes as and when things happen. I would never go for a war against the club of my life. That's why I'm staying. So basically, Lionel Messi's absolutely backed down like a little melt over this one. Basically, what's happened actually is because there is no release clause in his contract now because of the dates and times due to the COVID pandemic changed the clause of the contract. He wasn't able to leave in that window. So his release clause is 700 million, which is obviously impossible. That's not going to happen. Nobody's going to buy him for 700 million. So yeah, he's stuck. He's stuck at Barcelona for another year. Like I said previously, he's not the type of player, I don't think. He likes to throw his toys at the pub. He's not the type of player that's going to leave a club like Barcelona in disgrace after all the years that he's been there, since a little kid, after they paid his medical bills as a kid and developed him throughout his career. And he stayed a one-club man the entire time, winning absolutely everything, becoming equally the best player of all time with Ronaldo probably, if not slightly a little bit lesser in terms of achievements, but still. Because, I do think that he's a special player, but I don't think that Barcelona, he wants to leave. I don't think he wanted to leave Barcelona in disgrace. I think he is a Barcelona player and he's very happy with finishing his career at Barcelona, but he's not happy with the club. He's not happy with the way it's run. He's not happy with the management from the top down. He's not happy with any of that shit. That's why they're getting destroyed 8-2 by Bayern Munich and stuff like that and losing out on La Liga to Real Madrid. But Messi's not happy. He's not happy with this shithouse ownership at Barca. But he's stuck there. There's nothing that he can do, folks. So there you go. But stick a 1 in the live chat, lads and lasses, if you are buzzing that Messi will not be playing for Manchester City next season. And also stick a thumbs up in the live chat to Baldy. Sorry, not a thumbs up. A finger. Stick a middle finger up to Baldy Pep Guardiola. By the way, Pep Guardiola's been rinsed as well. Shout out to Matty the Rushmeister for keeping me up to date with what's going on. Thank you very much, Matt Rush, for all your help, all your transfer knowledge that you've been giving me, my friend. You're a top help, honestly. An absolute legend. He's just sent me here, actually. Manchester United are in contact with Bayern over Thiago. The fee involved is no issue for Manchester if the player is willing to join a reasonable fee. This will happen. Liverpool still favourites. Oh, yeah, sorry, I've already read that out from earlier, actually. But thank you so much for all your stuff there, my friend. You're an absolute hero getting in here. I'm just trying to find this other one piece of information that we had as well about Werner, but basically what's happened is Werner has Werner was in talks with Manchester City as well, and what's happened is, here we go, I found it now, sorry. Yes, Premier League coach Timo Werner said no to, it was Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola tried to sign Timo Werner from Leipzig and he turned him down. He shone that baldy head, Pep. And he said, oh shit, he said do one. Sorry, a lot of saliva built up in my mouth then. Sorry guys, I just spat it all over the screen. Oh my days. Anyway, guys, it's an absolute pleasure having all you guys in here tonight. Thank you so much for stopping by and getting involved with this stream tonight. Smash that thumbs up button if you have not done so already. That will help this channel out and help this stream out amazingly. Please do feather that like button if you have not done so already. Also, get in the live comment section. I want to hear from you legends. What do you think about this Barcelona Lionel Messi bullshit? He was never going to leave Barcelona, was he? Come on. I don't think so. He might leave next year. You never know, but they need to keep hold of him. He's, of course, a massive player for them, an absolutely massive player for them. But yeah, right, okay then, let's get into the comment section then, lads and lasses. Shout out to all you guys. Sorry, Eddie O2, yeah, literally spat everywhere. Shout out to every single one of you guys that's tuning in. Matt Rush, thank you, my friend. He says, subscribe to the channel. Well, hello there, says, is there a FIFA stream after this, everyone? I don't know tonight, my friend. It's getting a little bit late, but maybe I might just keep a lookout on the gaming channel. What I'd say is anybody who's not subscribed to the gaming channel, click the link in the description, go to Flying Pig Gaming, and click the bell icon. That way you will know when we go live. But there will be a bunch of FIFA and stuff coming up. And you know when FIFA 21 comes out, I'm going to be all over that like a fat kid on a cupcake, my friends. We are all over it. So, or myself on a cupcake. Basically the same thing. Anyway, Mustafa Abdullahi, he says, back again. Great to see you again, Mustafa. Thanks for getting involved and joining us again, mate. Kivs2703 says, who's going to win the Ballon d'Or for you? Well, haven't they sacked the Ballon d'Or off this year? Because of what happened, I don't know. But there's only one man that should win the Ballon d'Or this year. And that man to me is Robert Lewandowski. There's not anybody else that's had a greater year, I don't think, than him. I think he's been absolutely formidable over at Bayern. And, of course, internationally, he's always a great player as well. So I think that he deserves a lot of praise. And I think if they were not to have a Ballon d'Or this year, it'd be a bit of a travesty because it's the first year that we're not really going to see this complete monopoly on the Ballon d'Or. Actually, last year that wasn't the case. But the point I'm making is like we need a little bit of new blood, and I think he deserved to win it, Robert Lewandowski. Shout out Sham7 channel, by the way. Wants a little shout out for your channel. Shout out to your channel there, bro. Illy United says no Ballon d'Or this year. Yeah, that's right, Illy United. Thanks for letting us know, mate. Yeah, I don't think there is a Ballon d'Or this year, but it should have gone to Lewandowski. The Trooper's in here. I love you, the Trooper. Thanks for stopping by, mate. Iron Maiden fan, fellow Iron Maiden fan. Nice to see you, mate. Great to see you, lad. Thanks for stopping by, mate. And commenting on my previous video as well. You're a top lad. Thank you, Eddie O2, as well, for telling people to turn their subbers bell icon to all, guys, to get Pigo notifications. You're a top lad. Right, hang on. What we were talking about a moment ago, I totally lost the train of thought now, but we were talking, oh yeah, the Ballon d'Or. This is what annoys me about the Ballon d'Or, and this is why people say in this debate when we talk about Lionel Messi versus Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo's the better player, in my opinion, just from sheer sheer athleticism, being able to do all sorts of different things, having the attributes in different areas, things like heading ability, aerial ability, shot power, distance, placement technique, free kicks. I think a lot of these things Ronaldo, in my opinion, is better at. Now, I do think Lionel Messi is much better, like when it comes to just low center of gravity dribbling, taking people on. Like he reads the game incredibly, probably better than anyone in terms of mentally reading the game, because he does some things and he ties people up in knots sometimes where he's not even doing anything. He's letting the ball do the work and he's just bamboozling the defender, and he manages to get round them. And he is an incredible player, and his vision is impeccable, and his finishing is impeccable. Like they're both the two best players I've ever seen, to be perfectly honest with you. But Ronaldo just shades it for me because of that whole being able to do it for Portugal. I think he's got a better character, better leader. If I was going into battle against the opposition, I would much rather Ronaldo in my team leading the line than Messi. 100%. Ronaldo's a proper leader, and I think that is what separates him. That's why he's been great with Portugal. He also won the European Championships with Portugal. He also won the Nations League. So he's actually achieved stuff with his national side, whereas Messi hasn't. But this is the reason I was telling you all of that is because this is where that whole argument comes into it. People say because Messi has more Ballon d'Ors now than Cristiano Ronaldo, it's like he's better or something. That's absolute BS. For a start, he should not have got 2 of those Ballon d'Ors, guys. Messi should not have got 2 of those Ballon d'Ors, guys, in my opinion. One of them should have absolutely been won by somebody else in 2010, whether it was Wesley Sneijder, who had an incredible year with Inter, did the treble, and also an incredible World Cup with the Netherlands, or if it was Xavi or Iniesta, or one of those players that also had an impeccable year with their own club and internationally winning the World Cup. But no, they give it to stinking Lionel Messi, lads and lasses. What in the hell's that all about? You know what I mean? So I don't think he should have even had that Ballon d'Or. And I think there's another one, I forget which year now. But one of them I think was questionable. Illy United says UEFA Mafia give Messi 3 Ballon d'Ors for nothing. There you go, it's just like a popularity contest with them, isn't it? They want him to be the face of UEFA. Gazamania says Messi needs to do it on a cold night in Stoke. There you go. For a bit of legacy to be compared, that's another reason why I think Ronaldo's better. Ronaldo's done it in Italy now. He's done it in Manchester. He won the Ballon d'Or for Manchester United before departing to Real Madrid. He won the Ballon d'Or in Real Madrid. He's done it everywhere. There's no debate in Cristiano Ronaldo's credentials, is there? I'm Jordan says, who do you think we have to sign this season? So have to, Sancho and Upamecano. A right winger and a centre-back, that's minimum for me now. We got Van der Beek, minimum for me would be a centre-back and a right wing. And if you can't get Sancho, then like Jones was talking about earlier, then maybe you should go and look at David Neres, you know what I mean? Go and look at David Neres or somebody else, some other option, right? Well, don't just completely bow out because you can't get your man. Reassess and get somebody then to help Solskjaer out. But I would so much prefer we just stop fanning around and get the Sancho deal done. Ms528 says, Pig, thoughts on Sanchez talking about United? Oh, thank you, Ms. Well, I spoke about that quite extensively in my video earlier, so if you want to hear my true thoughts on it, watch that. But at the end of the day, I just think he's an absolute stinking mess of a human being, my friends. To leave Manchester United after taking 500 grand a week out and contributing absolutely dick all. He basically contributed the same as a dick pic, which is not very much to society. And then to have the cheek to say that he wanted to leave and go back to Arsenal as soon as he signed for Manchester United, go piss down a hole, Alexis Sanchez, and fall in afterwards, you prick. That's how I feel about Alexis Sanchez. I'm just so glad that he's gone. That's the best bit of news in this window. The fact that Alexis Sanchez fucked off out of Manchester United. That's the best news this window, honestly. Sorry for my language, lass and lasses, but it really winds me up, that bloke. He's such a tit of a man to come out and say all that stuff now. Just leave graciously, leave gracefully. You've been a disgrace at the club as it is. You've been a complete mockery. So, just leave in disgrace, mate. But no, he has to come out and flap his gums. I hate that. Eddie O2, thank you so much for getting in here, Eddie. You stay classy, mate. What a top lad. Have a good evening, buddy. Duke Bourne says Manchester United has always been red. You're so right about that, Duke Bourne. United fan says, Pig, thoughts on Luke Shaw staying for this year? I think we should be all right with Luke Shaw for the next 5 years, to be honest. I do think he's a good player. Now, if you can improve and get a better player, sure, okay, fine. But no pun intended, by the way. But I don't think that that's going to be actually an issue for United. I think Luke Shaw is going to be at the club for a while. I think he is a good player. He does have still a lot of improving to do. People forget that he's only 25 because I forgot. I thought he looks older than that because he's looking a bit haggard. He looks a little bit haggard, guys, doesn't he? You know what I mean? He doesn't look like the most fresh-faced 25-year-old in the world. When I was 25, I looked younger than Luke Shaw. I'm going to say that right now. And I lived my life like a mess up until that point. So don't know what he's up to. He's a professional athlete, but either way, I'm just saying he's got a lot of learning and experience to gain still. 25 years of age, he's actually only just got past the development process of his early part of his career now. Now he's in the thick and the fast of it. He's coming up to the best years of his career. His most peak years, if you want to say that. So he's at his peak, guys. He's going to be getting better over the next 5-6 years. I expect him to be a very good player. Something tells me Luke Shaw will not be playing until he's 34, though. Something tells me he will get sacked off when he's about 31 or something like that. I feel like it's a Wayne Rooney sort of situation where maybe physically they're just by that age they're going to be a little bit spent. Or a Michael Owen situation, if you want to talk to a bigger degree. But Luke Shaw, I've just got a feeling, physically, he's not going to be like a Ronaldo or a Zlatan or somebody that could just keep on doing it. Paolo Maldini or anything like that. I think he's going to be retired at 32. So that's my opinion anyway. I could be wrong. There are pretty great breakthroughs in sports science and stuff these days. But I just got a feeling that it's going to be one of those. But he's definitely got 5 good years at this football club, my friend. I think he's going to improve. He's got 5 good years. Sham says, Pig, I did a video on you. What are you on about, Shams? Well, I'll have to check that one out, my friend. That sounds pretty messed up, my friend. I'll check it out, though. Thank you, Shams. AJ Wilson, what's going on? He says, even though Thiago is pure quality, I think Partey is just more a balance to the midfield. I will check that out, Shams. Yeah, nice one. Thomas Partey would give us that balance. He's the direct replacement going forward for Matic. It makes a lot of sense. A proper defensive midfielder. Matic is getting older. He's 32. We've got Van der Beek in. We've got Pogba, McTominay, Fred. None of those are defensively as sound as Matic. So we do need somebody proper defensively sound to go forward. That's why we've talked about players like Wilfred and Ndidi throughout this entire window, even though it's not realistic. We would never go and pay the money for him. But because that's the type of player that I would like to see Manchester United sign. Equally, I think Thomas Partey is an excellent sort of player like that as well, my friend. Jarvis Cocker comments, Sancho, Dortmund now willing to sell first. Sancho to stay in England after international duty. Movements very soon. Announcement very soon after international games. This is another report that I've heard as well. Thank you, Jarvis Cocker. We did a video on it earlier talking about Jadon Sancho and the possibility of him still signing for United. I do think it's going to happen. There are talks of it happening before the end of the international games. But let's just, again, not get too carried away here, guys. I think the important thing is with this one is that we just get our player. It doesn't matter if it's before those games, after those games, we just need to get our player. Now, in an ideal world, we would get him in nice and early so we'd be able to bet into Manchester again and play and get some chances with his teammates to gel and all that sort of stuff. So we could definitely do with doing that. Shout out to Sima Ashraf as well, who says, Wolf United, how you doing, Sima? Kivs 2708 says, bye Martinelli. Bye Kivs, thank you for getting in here, Kivs. Really appreciate it. Nice one. Ray Reddington, great to see you, Ray. How are you doing this evening? And Esteban Picon as well. Thank you for getting in here, Esteban. Ray Reddington then says, apparently there's big news this weekend. You heard anything, Pig? Yeah, I mean, I've heard a few rumblings. There's a couple of things in the pipeline. Like we've talked about, there's Reguilon, Manchester United having chats with Real Madrid about the potential of taking Reguilon on a short-term deal with a buyback clause. There's also Jadon Sancho's constantly being talked about. Look, we don't know the full story at this moment in time, but it does look like United are reigniting their chase for Jadon Sancho. So that's all we've got at the moment to go on, but hopefully, ideally. Thank you, Pigden15. I appreciate that, my friend. You're a top lad. Look, everybody likes different stuff, don't they? You might like the other channels, you know? You might like the bigger channels. You might like some of the melts around. Yeah, that's fine. But, you know, and that's absolutely spot on, but we do things a little bit differently here, and I'd like to think better as well, my friend. So thank you, Pigden. Thank you, Pigden. Appreciate that. And Duke Born Ready says, love the show. Thank you. Sham7, thank you, says it's a shout-out video, Pig. Appreciate that, Sham7. Cheers, dude. Shout-out to you as well, Sham7, man. I really thank you very much for that. Very nice of you. Alcam Mahmout as well, getting in here. Great to see Alcam, one of the long-time subscribers. Shout out to all you legendary subscribers who are watching tonight. Look, there's over 200 of you still in here. Late night listening to me ramble, looking like this, with sweat on my head. It's brilliant. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. I really hope you've all had a great day, everyone. And just generally, I hope everything's going well for you guys. You know, I'm feeling pretty positive at the moment with the channel and everything. Thanks to all the new subscribers, all the old subscribers and everyone that's getting involved. The shows are doing really well at the minute. We're going to keep doing 2 shows a day on the transfers. You people seem to really enjoy it, so I'm going to keep doing it. Griffo Chan says, different strokes for different folks. You said it yourself, my friend. It takes different strokes to move the world. Yes, it does. What you talking about, Willis? Inner United says, get in there, my son. Get in there, Illa. Gazamania says, I prefer this channel as there's no negativity. Well, Gaz, I mean, you know, that's not strictly true, because I do have my say on certain things, and sometimes, you know, my opinion's definitely going to differ with your opinion on certain things, and sometimes, you know, if a player's had a shit performance, I will say they've had a shit performance, you know, in the post-match vids and stuff like that. So it's not all positive, it's not all bloody fairy tales and unicorns and unicycles. There's also some negativity going on sometimes, because it's not all positive. Sometimes United have stinkers, and we've got to talk about it, guys. So, you know, yeah, Trooper says, imagine if we were signing Cantona. We just did sign Cantona. His name's Bruno Fernandes, mate. He's going to be the same catalyst as King Eric. King Bruno. Come on. Long live the king. The king is dead, but long live the king. Thank you, Jodie Fernandez. Says, first time watching, love it. Good man, Jody, or woman, we don't know yet. Jody's one of those names, but either way, Jody, thanks for stopping by. Please do us a favour and subscribe if you're new, Jody. That goes for everybody. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. There's 2 daily videos. We aim for about an hour to 90 minutes, but mostly around about 90 minutes we're going for these sort of evening videos, and it gives me a good chance to cover all the topics of Manchester United and all the major news, and also have a good interaction with you bloody legends, the Bacon Brigade. Shout out to the Bacon Brigade. Shout out to all the mods, Ellie, G-Wolf, Matty Rush, Gungshi. Who else is in here? Griffo Chaz as well, First Class Gamer. Aaron Homeyard, every single one of you. G-Wolf United, what a bunch of legends. Gazamania says, I prefer this channel. Oh, I've already read that one out. Sorry, guys. Keep getting your comments in. If I miss your comments, by the way, you can put them in again a little bit later. Just keep, I'll try and get round to you guys. There's obviously a bunch of comments coming through. Sadie Ahmed comments, Sadie Ahmed comments, I believe Sancho will end up signing for us. I agree with you, Sadie. I think it's more or less 60-40. I think it's 60% we will sign him at the moment because we are the front runners. We really need him. Dortmund will sell him for a good price, and we need to just pay that price. Jarvis Cocker says, let's talk about 80s movies. What's your favourites? Back to the Future, Beverly Hills Cop, The Karate Kid. Macho Man says, oh yeah, Kai Havertz. So we've got a Chelsea fan getting in here. I'm guessing you are, Macho Man. Fair play, what can you say? You've made some great signings, man. You've made some brilliant signings this window. Like, proper good signings. Like, I'm disgusted that Fat Frank's managed to do that. Not only does that twat have Christine Bleakley waiting at home for him, but he's also signed 7 bloody players this window. He's balling at the moment, that guy, man. He's absolutely balling. He's going to be in a really good position to try and take Chelsea on this season. I'm pissed off. I really am. I think he's got a really good chance to be, to be able to break up the league a little bit. And what I mean is do better than last year. Potentially do better than 4th. Yeah, no spamming in the live chat, lads and lasses. Obviously, we've got the live chat on the screen. We want everybody to have equal opportunity to get their answers read out. Ray Reddington says Lethal Weapon. Yeah, that's another cracker. That was made in the year I was born, mate. 1987, yeah. 1987 was a vintage year for movies, by the way. It was an absolute vintage year. Check it out. And music as well. And the Pig was born in that year too. United fan says Pig talks Reguilon coming to us. Okay, so you want me to talk about the Reguilon stuff quickly again. If you're just getting in here, so the Reguilon stuff is he has been offered to a bunch of different football clubs. He does have options. Real Madrid have options. Manchester United have been offered him. Manchester United have the option to make an offer and buy him. And or actually, we've just been offered him for 30 million euros. So we have the option to say yes and try and sign him in this window. Now, the problem is Real Madrid, they want a buyback clause in the contract. That is what the hold-up is at the moment for United, why we're not seeing a little bit more movement on it. I think we're just leaving the door open for other football clubs to come in. Alchem says, my favourite film is Karate Kid. Get him a body bag! Get him a body bag! Yeah, it's freaking awesome, mate. I love the Karate Kid, man. One of my favourite films of all time. Back to the Future, says the Trooper. That is an absolute classic as well. I absolutely love that one. Great Scott! 1.21 gigawatts! That's kind of what I feel about Chelsea at the moment, signing all these bloody players. Great Scott! It's kind of pissing me off. I feel like we need to go back to the future. We need to go back to like 2003, yeah? And we need to make sure that the Glazers do not buy this football club. Let's just imagine if we didn't have the Glazers buy this football club when they did. What position would United be in right now? Let's just say Roman Abramovich was the man who bought Manchester United. Let's say Roman Abramovich bought United instead of Chelsea. I mean, I think, crikey, we'd have won so much more stuff. That's the depressing truth. That's the depressing truth. We would have won so much more stuff if we didn't have our shit owners. Last Action Hero. Yeah, great shout, Gazamania. That is an underrated one. Isn't that 1990, though, my friend? Esteban Picon. No, I do not, my friend. Absolutely not. Rattler Gamer. How you doing? One of the channel members. Great to see you in here. Comment, sad to say. When did you become a member, by the way? Oh, yeah, the other day. Rattler Gamer says, sad to say it won't win the Premier League until the Glazers are out of our football club. Sorry, I butchered that. Sad to say we won't win the Premier League until the Glazers are out of our football club. Thank you, Rattler Gamer, for getting in here and having your say. I think maybe we still can win the Premier League while they're here, but it would take some excellent management, some excellent building, some excellent signings, which we are starting to see from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at United. I think it would take a lot in order to actually get us to win the title. Whereas the other teams, they're able to do more in the windows because they haven't got such shite owners who hold them back. So we're always up against it, but we still could win the Premier League with the Glazers owners, but it's not like they don't spend any money. It's not like Newcastle United or whatever, where they're really milking the football club and they really don't give a shit about the fan base. They still try sometimes to appease us and give the team enough to compete for top four. It's not like they're totally happy for us to go down into a mid-table mediocre side or anything. So I think that, they're bad owners at the end of the day. They are. Thoughts on Igalo, Pig says Pigden15. I think Igalo's a good player, man. I'm glad we've got him until January. He's a good option at the end of the day. It gives us something different, something else, more physical, good hold-up man, good back to goal, all that stuff that we don't necessarily have in abundance up there. So he's a good option. Nothing more, nothing less. He's a good option. He's not going to start many games. He will play in the lesser games and the cup games, and he will be a good substitute and an impact substitute late on and give you something else. I'm glad we've got him, but we've only got him until January. We've only got him until January, which is more reason why we need to get a right winger in. That allows Greenwood to be our deputy number 9 behind Martial, and all of a sudden we're firing up there, man. We've got some sick-ass talents. Matt Rush, thank you, says 181 likes. Let's see if we can get this live stream to 200 likes, lads and lasses. If you have not done so already, please do hit that like button, get involved in the channel, and that will help this stream out massively. So please do throw a like on it if you haven't done so already. AJ Essien, shout out to you. Frank Jordan. We did a video about Sancho earlier, actually, AJ Essien, if you want to check that one out, mate. Egbuna Elijah comments there are new reports that Umtiti could join United for free after Barca terminate his contract. Well, we'll see what goes on, my friend. I would be open to it because I think United need to get a top centre-back in there. And he is a good centre-back, and he's only like 26 or something. Like, he's good. He would be on big money, though, and he's also injury-prone. So there's other aspects to that which make it not the best, but I would love to see a centre-back come in this window. That's who we need. Spoke to Eric Nevland the other day. Ex-United, ex-Groningen, ex-Fulham player. I said, what area of the team do you think United needs to strengthen the most? And his answer was centre-back. He said centre-back because he knows that United are really struggling and shipping goals there. And you do need a world-class player in that position if you're going to have a really good team. Fish Boss says, who is better in your opinion, Mount or Donny van de Beek? You know what? I mean, I haven't seen enough of Donny van de Beek to really tell you that. I've seen more of Mason Mount, to be honest, having played in the Premier League. So I couldn't really tell you that, but you know, I'm going to say Donny van de Beek. Sham7, no, I do not, my friend. No, I do not. Sabina Akhtar says, Frank Lampard is so disgusting. That's a little bit harsh, isn't it? It's a little bit harsh, Sabina. What do you mean? MBG, thank you very much. He says, not so glad you're not like, oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Well, we try not to keep that. We try not to talk about, hate in other channels and all that stuff. Everyone's out there doing their thing. Some people are bigger melters than others, and that's just the way it is. Some people are twats and some people are not, And other people think other people's are twats and other people's are not. It's all opinions. It's all subjective. That's life, my friends. That's life. Shout out to Varan Menon for getting in here as well with 20 rupee super chat. Super chat. Thank you very much for that, dude. Much appreciated to you. Very nice of you. Hope you're having a good day. Varan Menon, no comment to go with it, but the sentiment was enough. Shout out to you, bro. Jarvis Cocker says, coming to America in the Trading Places with Eddie Murphy. Excellent movies, mate. Coming to America. The Royal Penis is clean. Dude, that is such a great film. I love that movie. When's the new one coming out? They've made another one. Hey, who was that who subscribed? Sorry, I missed it. Was it Danny Jr. or something? But shout out to whoever's just subscribed. Everybody hit that subscribe button. Get in here. Get your thoughts in. Stick a 1 in the live chat if you think that Manchester United are going to end this transfer window with Jadon Sancho. Stick a 1 in the live chat if you think United are going to end this transfer window with Jadon Sancho. Stick a 2 in there or anything else if you think that's gash. And it's not going to happen. Saint Fusion, what's going on, Saint? Comments, how do you think that the De Gea Dean Henderson situation will play out? Okay, Saint Fusion, thank you for your comment here on your question, mate. I actually do think that it's going to work out very well for United. So did any of you see David De Gea's performance last night for Spain? He put in a really great performance. I think he made 7 or 8 really great saves. And the Luis Enrique, the Spain manager, was completely full of praise for David De Gea afterwards. He is a great keeper, that's the thing. It's just about consistency and getting those stupid errors out of his game entirely. Because he's better than that. He's better than that. He's been doing it consistently for United at the top for years now. So he's better than the stinking rabid performances he put in the last 12 months. Way better than that. Like, it's ridiculous how bad he's been for somebody who's so good. So he needs to look at himself in the mirror. He needs to give his head a little wobble. Maybe nut that mirror too. Maybe summon his inner Roy Keane and get some bloody cojones. That's what David De Gea needs to do. Because right now he's bottling it, man. And what I like about the Dean Henderson signing and bringing him in and putting him in the first team and potentially getting rid of Romero is it does add that competition for David De Gea there. There's somebody to come in to keep him honest, to put that heat up under him, to give him that kick up the arse that he needs. And if he does make a mistake, then there goes Dean Henderson. Then he can go and get his opportunity to come in and take his place. So that's my thoughts on the Dean Henderson and De Gea situation. What do you guys think? I mean, let's have a vote in the live chat for that one. Stick a 1 in the live chat if you would rather David De Gea is our main number 1 goalkeeper. Stick a 2 in the live chat for Dean Henderson. We did this the other day, but I cannot remember what the chat was. Oh, Pig Den, are you serious? He says, Pig, I'm fuming. I bought a Greenwood 26 shirt before he changed his number. Oh, man. Well, actually, that might be even rare. That might be rare in the future, bro. If you've got this season's shirt with the 26 on, that might be rare because everyone's buying the 11 now. So you might actually have a collector's item there, mate. Keep hold of that, my friend. Keep hold of it. You might have done yourself a good purchase there, honestly. Lots of votes coming in. Radjon with a 1. AJ Essien 2. Jarvis Cocker 2. Dean Henderson. Aaron Homeyard 2. Dean Henderson. Subdipta Chatterjee 2. Dean Henderson. Mark Voot 1. Reported Kid 1. Grace Takachikarinda 1. Illa United. Ratner Gamer with a 2. She Devils United 1. So it's very mixed actually, but I do think that I don't know, actually I think Dean Henderson's winning. I think Dean Henderson's winning in the live chat, guys. Look at that. I'm surprised with that one. I would have thought it would have been Davide that gets the nod. I would go with David De Gea still. I still think he's one of the best goalies in the world. He's just mentally needs to get it right. He's having a bit of a shocker mentally. I think that's all it is. He hasn't suddenly turned into a shit keeper overnight. It's just some sort of mental lack of confidence going on there, or something like that. Maybe it stems from having an absolutely pants backline in front of you. Maybe it stems from having a complete Easter Island head, Harry Maguire, blocking up your vision. You know, nobody talks about that, but that's a factor, guys. You know, not only have you got Victor Lindelof, Luke Shaw, and these calamities at the back, sometimes letting in chances, but you've also got that big oblong thing blocking up his vision. Nobody thinks about that. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Jonathan Gallagher says, Pig, you see what Sanchez said? I did. The guy's a complete scummer, mate. He's a walking stain, that man. He's a stain on the mattress of Manchester United. Thankfully, we've managed to get rid of him. Miz 528 with a super sticker. Thank you, Miz 528, for getting in here. Really appreciate that, dude. Thanks for getting in here with your super chat. Asi Sawa says, who's going to win the Premier League? Okay, then. I'm going to just quickly, while we wrap this video up, because we've only got a few minutes left, so get your thoughts and opinions in soon and smash that like button. But just to wrap this up quickly, I'm going to say I think Liverpool are going to win the league again. I hate to say it, but they're the most seasoned team. They're the one that are the best winners at the moment in terms of English teams, because they just won the Champions League and they won the Premier League. Obviously, it was last season they won the Champions League. But they're the team that's in the best form and that should be the favourites to win the title. Does it mean they will? I mean, no. I mean, there's other teams that are trying to do it. Chelsea have obviously thrown down their gauntlet and they're looking to try and compete with the signings that they made. 7 signings already this window. Man City still probably will do some business in this window. Maybe they were holding back to see if they could get Messi, but now that they can't get Messi, maybe they'll go and strengthen elsewhere now. I expect that to be the case. I think they'll get another midfielder in or something. You know, David Silva's just gone. They're going to get somebody in there. I think City will improve. I think Manchester United are going to struggle to compete with those teams just simply based on how far we were behind them this season. But maybe next season we can get up there. But still, either way, we're going to have a lot of investment in this side between now and then. United fan says, Pig, Liverpool will never get first. Well, I hope you're right, mate. I really hope you're right, bud. I would hate to see them do it again, but come on, you know. Primot says, shut your mouth, Pig, we're winning it. I like your style, mate, but I don't see Man United winning it unless we strengthen significantly between now and the end of the window. I'm just trying to be keeping it real, guys. I think we're going to finish third. I hate to say it, but I think we're going to finish third. Right then, G-Wolf United yet. No spam, please, Kivs. Mark Voot says, Ray Redding with you, mate. United fans pick up scared of Chelsea seeing that they bought Kai Havertz. Great signing for them. Piss poor for us. Another letdown from our board. Absolutely having our pants pulled down, missing out on all these good players, allowing our opposition teams to strengthen while we sit around twiddling our thumbs. Jarvis Cocker says Liverpool won't win. They have been so lucky with injuries the last 2 years, but their luck will have run out. Yeah, that's true. They need to sign a couple of players in this window, and I hope that they do get some injuries, my friends. I really do. Because like you say, they've kept the same front line. Firmino, Salah, Mane, every single bloody game. They have been lucky with injuries. You're right about that. Jonathan Booger says, hey, how long will the Glazers be in control at United? Will they be here forever? They won't be here forever. I mean, eventually the fans, surely we've got to show them, and hopefully somebody will come in with an offer that they cannot refuse. Don Bigliani will make them an offer that they can't refuse. You come to me on the eve of my daughter's wedding, and you ask me to buy the football club from the Glazers, and I say, see. Anyway, sorry, my voice is absolutely going, lads and lasses. Sorry, guys, I'm choking to death. Anyway, thank you for watching this video tonight, lads and lasses. I think I'm going to just about wrap this video up here. I don't know. Shall I stick around for a few more minutes, guys? Smash a 1 in the live chat if I should stick around for a few more minutes. But I think I might be choking to death, guys. Aaron Hamer says, don't gag, Piggo. Sorry, mate. I literally just choked. Sorry about that. Robert Bell getting in here. How you doing, Robert Bell? Griffo Chaz says it's not like with Liverpool injuries. They just recruit players that have a clean injury record while we buy injury-prone players like Bailly and Sanchez. Sorry, guys, I lost my voice. No, you're right there, Griffo. You're right there, Griffo. They have made some good signings and they've developed well and they've actually, you know, you can't say players like Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson have already made stars. Like, Klopp's also done a very good job of developing the team and stuff like that and shit like that. My battery's about to die on my phone. Let me get my live chat up here for a second. Thank you, everyone, for sticking the 1 in the live chat that you want me to stay. You bunch of heroes. I'm just going to say this as well before we do go. Thank you for watching. Hit that sub button if you haven't subscribed to the channel and get involved with these daily streams. There'll be 2 a day. Sean S14 says, sounds like you've had a rough night. Something like that, Sean S14, my friend. It's just a smoker's throat, I think. Shams, I'm glad you found this channel as well. Stefan Harringtonio sound like Bob Dylan on steroids. Oh my god, that's a good one. I like it. Ussie Sawa says, who's better, Messi or CR7? CR7. Gee, well, thank you, lad. Asamunana Name Camera with the 1 vote. Shout out Ansumana. Matt Rush getting in there with the member emojis. Shout out to all the members. You can see them with the piggy emojis or different badges next to their names. Shout out to the Bacon Brigade. Really appreciate you all stopping by and being legends of the channel and getting in here. Okay, so then, we're gonna end this in 2 minutes time, lads and lasses. Get a few final comments in here if you want me to answer anything. And Matt Rush, thank you for commenting there. He said 203 likes. Superb, guys. Absolutely brilliant, lads and lasses. Thank you to each and every one of you that's thrown a like on this video. That will help this video out and this channel out amazingly. So I really appreciate that. Big God Bob, he says, Mrs. P goes off way too early to change her Christine Bleakley picture on her dartboard back to a David Beckham. If that doesn't creep enough, I'll try harder tomorrow. Hey, nice one, Big God Bob. That's hilarious, man. You're hilarious, dude. That is very, very good. Hey, where's JP been tonight, by the way? I saw him earlier at the start of the stream. But J to the Pizzle, if you're in here, mate, you know, make yourself known. Are you lurking in the shadows, JP? Where have you gone? Also, shout out to Gungshi, our godfather in Taiwan as well, for when he catches up with this tomorrow, potentially. Shout out to you, Gungers. Bernard Bjorg Larson says, sign Sancho and Ndidi. Would love it. In an ideal world, it would be great. Kota Worth says, where are you from, Mr. P? I am from Dorset in England, my friend. Jarvis Cocker says, what's your thoughts on Skriniar? Yeah, I think he's a very good player. We should probably try and sign him, but we won't. Stefan says, Phil Jones every day. Every day of the week in the gurning competition. I'm going to wrap this video up, guys. I'm starting to jelly brain out over here, and my throat's starting to make me sound like, I don't know, like I've been living in a cave along with Moisey for a few months or something. I'm starting to get a little bit, my precious. You know, so better go and rest it so we can keep it all chilled out for tomorrow's stream, you know. But Gaza Mania, Ellie, Stefan Harringtonio, Ryan Burberspin9, Matty Rush, Griffo Chaz, Ms528, Ali, You'll Never Walk Alone, Varon Menon, Ray Reddington, Ms528, Kota Worth, Illy United. Shout out to all you legends of the Bacon Brigade, Ryan Burberspin9, that are getting in here throughout these streams, and Jonathan Gallagher and Ellie and Brian Tucker. Where are you from in Dorset, Brian Tucker? He's from Dorset. There's a few of us in here, actually, mate. There's a few Dorset Reds in here. Griffo Chaz is also from Dorset. He's from a few miles away from me. So there's a few of us in here. Aguion Osai, shout out to you. Great to see you in here again as well. Aguion. United fan as well. Kivs2703. Good to see you, the Trooper. I think I've shouted everyone out. Adavitz, FPS.tv says oink oink oink, thank you to you. Alan Rogers, good night to you. Coterworth from Cardiff, Matty Rush, good night to you. Everybody else, Jarvis Cocker, you stay classy. That's right, Steinitz trying to stay active. There should be another video for you tomorrow at 3 p.m. And unless there's absolutely nothing to do a video about, but the way this transfer window's going, there may be some movements tomorrow. We shall see, but we don't know at this stage. So, you know, keep a lookout. But even if there's not a video tomorrow on transfers, we've got the watch along. We're going to be doing a watch along for the England game, of course, Iceland versus England. We've got to get a bit of redemption because we lost to them in the European Championships, which was a disgrace. So we need to get some redemption against them. It's a shame Maguire and it's a shame Rashford won't be playing. But hopefully Mason Greenwood will play. We're also going to keep an eye on Jadon Sancho in that game too. So if you're free tomorrow for the England game, tune in for the watch along. We'll be on here live, commentating on the game and hanging out with you bloody legends. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, the Trooper, Ryan Burberspin9, Stefan Harringtonio, Ellie, Kota Worth, Primort, Matt Rush, Ray Reddington. Everyone, that's going to be it from me tonight, but I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please twat that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, click the sub button, and click the bell icon to be notified when we go live. Also, check out the website for a Manchester United news source. It's called flyingpigunited.com. Also, follow the Facebook page, Flying Pig United, Twitter, Instagram, Flying Pig United, or my personal Twitter, Mr. Flying Pig HD. So please do that. If you want to follow us on social media, you can. We also post all this stuff on there usually. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. There'll be more news tomorrow, I'm sure, but I'll keep you up to date with what's going on this channel. Once again, thank you to all of you for stopping by and getting involved here. Aaron Homeyard, Alan Rogers, Ellie, Adavich, Sham7, Ussie, Sawa, Stefan Harringtonio, Primot, Kivs2703, and Grace Tidge Karanda. United fan as well, Shams, everyone. Thanks for watching. That's it from me. Take it easy. This is a pig. Have a great evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay classy and come on, United. Long, long time ago, I can still remember how Manchester United used to make me smile. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Manchester Glory Gaming as well getting in here. Great to see you, lad. Everyone, it's been a great show tonight. Been a great day. Appreciate all the new subs, all the old viewers, everyone for watching. This is the post-match credits to say thank you to everybody that's become a Patreon member on Patreon, which you can have a look in the description if you want. This channel's all free though, so don't feel like you have to, but if you want to support the show, you can. And also tier 2 channel members appear on this list also on YouTube. So just want to say thanks to all of you legends for supporting this show in this way. It really means a lot and helps me do this, so thank you guys. We also got to add a few people like Hayden Alessandro and First Class Gamer, but I'm going to give them a verbal shout out right now. Shout out to First Class Gamer and Hayden Alessandro. Bunch of legends. I'll add you for the next one. I think I promised on the last one that was true. I meant the next day. I'll add it for tomorrow. Right, guys, stay classy. This is the big...